video, I'm going to show you how I photograph couples, both in the urban environment and also in woodland and parkland like this. When I'm shooting, I like to capture intimate close-ups. I like to be able to set up and use nice lighting environments. And I also like to shoot figure in the landscape pictures. Let me show you how I do it. Come guys, I just want you just to hold hands and just walk down here. Look at that avenue of trees, beautiful. Okay, and just look at each other. Yeah, love it. Let's do one more, wait for them to get the light. 3, that's nice. One more, yeah. Oh, that's great. Get into the center. Come a bit closer. Yeah, that's nice. Just move through into the light. And just look at each other. Oh, I love it. And just come back towards the camera. Okay, just again, just put your sunglasses up. And now you're looking at each other. Let's do it, come for it. Wow, we've got some lovely light. Look at those stripes. That's it there, yeah. Beautiful. And I love that. Just looking at each other. Yeah, brilliant. Great, thank you. Excellent, well done. Let's go on up here, come on, let's go see what else we can find. Come around. What a lovely sunny day we got. Yeah. I wanted to shoot under this tree. I like all the shapes and the lines. I think they look fantastic. Let's see what we can do. Matt, can I get you to sit up on here?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah. And then, look at that, dead easy, see? Nicky, you're gonna sort of come into here, looking that way. Yeah, that's nice. But you're not gonna worry about me, you're gonna be with your man. Okay, so just turn around a little bit. Just come around a bit further, further. And I'll just sleep this side against his knee there. Come on, that's it there. Yeah, love it. If you don't cross your legs for me. Yeah, brilliant, okay, let's do it. I'm going to shoot this on aperture priority. I'm shooting into a very dark zone there, so I'm going to take the exposure compensation down, maybe down to about -1 stop, and I'm going to shoot at f2.8, because I'm working at quite a long distance, so the shallow depth of field is not a problem. And let's go for it. Okay, beautiful, that's nice. What I'll do, Nicky, can you just, your left arm, can you bring it up onto behind, that's it, behind Matt's head there, love that. And just link hands this side. Just link hands somehow. Yeah, that's it, beautiful, gorgeous. Love, love, love. Oh, that's nice there, yeah. Excellent, I'm just gonna come in for a little close-up. Time for your close-up. Yeah. I might just get you to, can you just lift your sunglasses up for me, just up onto your head, so there. Yeah, lovely. Loves that. That's it. Beautiful. Let's come around to here. Again, Matt, I want you to just maybe just take your sunglasses and just have them in your hand. That's all right. Yeah, love that. Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant. When you're working with aperture priority, you just need to keep a track of your shutter speed. Apart from that, everything's fine. Thank you very much. Excellent. Come on down. When you're in an overcast situation like this, a bit of a grey day, and you want to shoot maybe a scene here, occasionally it's worth putting your own flash in. Now, not everybody does this on pre-wedding shoots, but I do, and I think it adds to the style or adds to the experience of being photographed. So I'm going to use a simple lighting stand here with a Lovegrow flash bracket. I've got a speed light. Okay, this is a Nikon speed light. It's an SB900. I'm switched it on. It's working on manual. Okay, so I'm working manual on here, and at the moment it's on 16th power. Well, I need a bit more than that. Probably about quarter power on a day like this. We can move the flash in and out a little bit to adjust the power of the flash once we get going. But it's always worthwhile having an idea of where you want to start, and that comes with experience. The more you use it, especially with manual flash, the more experience you get, the closer you get on the first guess. Now, I've just switched the Pocket Wizard Plus 2 receiver on here, and I'm going to trigger it using a Canon Mini on my Fuji camera, but we'll come on to that in a moment. So let's pop this onto the stand. What else do I have to do? I have to zoom the flash in. Now, the reason I do that is that I get more range of the flash. When you zoom it in, it's like zooming up a mag light, so it really helps to get you that intensity, and you can move the stand further away and get it out of the shot. I've also rigged the flash in a vertical orientation here, okay, rather than horizontal, and that's so that when I've got Chris and Joanna against this glass, they're going to be standing in a vertical frame, and I want to get sort of an upright shot. I want the light to light them, so that's what we're going to do. Actually, I'm going to shoot this horizontal, but I'm going to light them with a vertical slash of light. So we're tipped down slightly. We need to put it into position. Let's first of all work at where Chris and Jojo are going to be. I think I'm going to have them here. So if I've got Chris maybe back here, maybe with this leg up, or perhaps this leg up, just to change, but a little bit of a diagonal into the shoulders, that'd be quite nice. I have Joanna here and looking that way. So what I need to do is sort of, from this position here, take 4 paces. That's where I'm going to put the flash. Quarter power, 4 paces, perfect. Let's give it a go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be fine there. So I'll just pop this in here, crank that up. Okay, so that'll be fine. Then the next thing I do is stand in, make sure that the flash is pointing in the right direction, and which it is, it's perfect, it's what we want. So we're going to have an equivalent of a little bit of sunlight coming through from there. Now I've got the flash round at that angle, and we're going to shoot about 90 degrees to the light. I'm not going to see the reflection of the flash in the glass. It's going to be quite handy. So in a way you have to plan your shot in your mind before you shoot it. Once you've done a sequence of shots in a zone like this, an area, then the next time you come to shoot them, it'll be much quicker, much easier. You'll know where you're starting from, and the experience that you give your bride and groom on a pre-wedding shoot, or the couple that you're photographing, will be a much more fluid and professional one. So you do need to practice. You do need to get your repertoire looking really good, the shots working, and then you can give a really positive rapport building experience. So let's get Chris and Jojo in, and let's make it happen. So Chris, Joanna, come on in. Right, what I want you to do, Chris, is I want you to stand over here. I want you to stand, maybe just put, or actually put this foot up here. I'm just looking straight through that way for the moment, and we'll see how we get on. Right, Johanna, let's see, what can we do with you here? I'm going to get you to, yeah, go front in for me, like into there, and just bring these both hands up around Chris's shoulder there. Let's just bring your hair back if I can on this side. That's nice there. And just rest your head into here. Let's see, can't see your eyes, that's our only little trouble. Actually, I'm going to turn you around. Let's turn you around, so you reverse in. There we go, love it, great. That's going to be good, I can see both of you now. Yeah, that's fine. And Chris, I think I'm going to bring this hand into play, just tuck it into there, that's nice. Yeah, you don't, that's fine. Don't bring your hands too close to the front. It makes like we're pregnant then, you see. Okay, all right, fine. Let's shoot it. Okay, so I've got here a Fuji camera, okay, and this camera has got a 35mm lens on. Now that's the equivalent of a 50 on a full frame SLR. So just working with a 50. Now this is the important bit. First of all, I've got to switch the trigger on, make sure that's going to work. Press the test button. There we go. It's firing up there, so I know that's working. But what I do is I look at the back of the camera. 125th of a second, that's my flash sync speed, and then there's on the back of the camera there's a sort of a bar graph, an exposure graph here. And what I'm going to do is just F4 for instance, it's in the middle there, so it's on 0. Now if I take it up, I want to drop it down 2 stops, so I want to sort of expose this 2 stops under for the ambient and let the flash do the funky stuff. So let's reactivate that, and so at F4 2 stops down would be F8, so if I drop it down at F8, look, it's just sitting about 2 stops under. Maybe just a little bit more, so maybe go to F9, something like that. So that's my basic ambient exposure. Let's shoot it. Now I need to come back a little bit further because I want to get the hem of Joanna's dress in there. So I'm going to come back to here, and we're going to shoot this. It should be quite straightforward. Now, guys, I'd like you both looking over that way. Nice bit of energy. Yeah. Little test shot first of all. Yeah, I've got the exposure pretty good. It's a little dark. I'm going to just open it up to F8. One more. Yeah, energy, yeah. Fantastic. Okay, the next thing I've got to do is quickly zoom in, spot check, and then I can bring my eye to the camera and see playback. That's the good thing about this camera. And it's looking pretty good. I love it, actually. Take a look at this. A moment ago, the sun was coming through the tree here and down onto this wall, and it gave a really nice pattern. And occasionally the sun comes and goes like that, but when it's gone, if you want to recreate that look, you can do so with a flash, and I'm going to show you how to do that straight away. So I've got here a speed light. It's an SB900. I'm going to put this on, let's put it on manual, half power, something like that. Let's put it onto half power. Might need a bit more actually, because it's quite a long way. In fact, I need to measure that, so let's do that straight away. So I think I'm going to put the flash up in that tree there, just through the back there, so it's coming through those leaves in the foreground, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about here, I'll put it up here. 6 steps is full power, so just it always is. So I'll put the flash onto full power here on manual. Use my little my receiver, the +2 there, plugged into the side. That's good to go. And I'm going to shoot this. I can put this onto this stand here. It's going to go, this time I'm going to run it horizontally, because I'm just going to light this wall here. I mean, it's a bit of a grutty wall. There's a bit of an odd hand. I don't know what someone white there, but it doesn't matter. But I'll put Chris here. He's got a jacket on, it's fine. And I'll put a light through there, and we'll just create that dappled light effect. So it's a lighting effect really, it's a bit of a sort of gimmick, but sometimes when you put in an album of pictures together, you've got lots of lovely close-ups and love and intimacy, then a few shots where there's a bit more space between them and it's a bit more dramatic and a bit more stylized. That's great, it all builds the whole sort of complex structure of your album, and everything fits together as like a body of work which is eloquent and self-supporting. So let's give it a go. Going to bring the flash over to here. I've set it up already, so we know it's on, full power. Let's bring that up into here. I think 6 paces. I might actually move it. What side of that bit? I'll do that there, that'll be good. Have that. But that'll be all right, let's do that there. And now this will come down to here. First of all, pop into your location and to look back to see the flash. Well, that's pointing nowhere near me, so it's just dipped a bit low. So I'm going to point it up a bit. Just tip it up, because I was a bit optimistic there, and I think a bit of that. I tend to adjust the flash bracket so that it's tight but allows a bit of movement, and the Lovegrove flash bracket with a Novaflex ball head is perfect for that. So another little quick look back in. Yes, that's good. It's just pointing there, but I can just angle it across, come straight through those leaves, and it'll be good. So let's just quickly do that, and it's going to come to there like that. Right, okay, come on in, Chris and Jojo. So let's have you here. So Chris, I want you to see this bit here. We don't like this. It's all right, but you put your bum here and you'll be fine, okay? So if you come to here, and then let's create a little bit of a dynamic here. So what I want to do, John, I want you leaning like this here. Sorry, Chris. All right, and you're looking this way, okay? And then I'm going to just move that light a little bit, because I just noticed. I just need to bring that to there. That's it there. Yeah, that's looking good. Got your sunglasses. Just run those up into your hair. That's nice. Jacket's looking good. Everything's great there. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, camera. Now, exposure. 125th f8 in manual. Hey, take a look at this. Take a look at this here. See the pattern here that's coming through? That's from the sun. And that's the sort of pattern I like, but it's a bit weedy. So we're going to put our own in here. So switch the trigger on, quick spot check. Look, watch that there. That's working there. And I can shoot now from anywhere. So, okay guys, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, look at that. Take a look at that. So we know we're in. I've just got to get a little bit more depth down here, a bit wider. In fact, with a shot like this, it's where the flash doesn't go that makes the picture. So the wider you shoot, the better the shot. So I'm going to come back here because I've got to zoom on with my feet. So I'll pop back into here. Okay, and Joanna, I want you just look over your shoulder back out that way, And Chris, I think I want to bring your left hand, Chris, in around behind Joanna, just pull into the back of her way and just tuck a dress in a little, pull a dress in a little bit at the back there, give it some shape. That's nice. Yeah, great. Perfect. Perfect. That's gorgeous. Yeah. Look at that. Okay, so what I need to do now is spot check. First of all, check it's sharp, check the exposure's okay. So I just zoom in, scoot on up, have a little look. Joanna looks slightly out of focus, not too bad, but she looks a little worried there, so I'm going to take another frame. Actually, the focus is fine, it's at f8 and that will be absolutely fine there. Let's just do one more. Okay, a little energy, happiness, cool, that's it, yeah. Just relax that shoulder down, beautiful. I love it. And Joanna, bring this hand here, let me show you. I want you to bring it around to here, just pull him in. Yeah, that's it, that's it. And Chris, you've got to look like you're enjoying this. Okay, yeah, all right. Just ignore, be together, just ignore me. There, that's it there, that's just there, love that. Yeah. Beautiful, look at that. Got to keep the camera upright. Love it. Take a little look at this. Nice little shot there. I can zoom in, just check it's sharp, which it is. Nice little intimate moment. Eyes are closed, that's good. Don't mind that at all, that's great. Very simple picture. There's a couple of others and there's a calmer shot there, less smiley. That was really not going to overuse that picture. It's just a bit of fun. The wider shots work quite well. With the wider shots, you're less worried about where the blotches come, and with the tighter shots, you don't need to make sure they're okay in the right places. Like that's perfect there. Great. What I have here, I've got a wall, and it's painted, it's like plywood, it's just sort of boarding over some windows, and it's been painted with gloss. Now we like the gloss sort of feel, I love gloss, but bear in mind that when you've got something like a shiny surface like this, that the reflections that you get, they move with you. So as you go down, the reflections go down, okay? So that's something to bear in mind. Now I've got over there, I've got a big sort of white awning that's been reflected back into here, giving me a sort of a white line here. Now it's going to be difficult for you to visualize this, of course, without actually being here, but hopefully you'll get an idea. And so in order to get that white line out of my picture, if I'm going to possibly have Chris or Joanna standing here, then I need to be higher. Now there's a little wall here, so I'm going to shoot on this wall. Okay, so if I come over to here, I'll be able to just hop up on here, and that reflection scoots out the top. So I'm going to be able to get some nice shots with that, with this sort of blue paint, and I'm going to just work with this. There's also a few other reflections as well, oblique. Now, I don't always shoot square onto surfaces, and it's something to bear in mind. It's always worth sometimes choosing a surface that you can shoot down to the side and start to get other reflections and at least get some depth into your pictures. But let's give it a go and see if I can get 3 or 4 pictures from this scene that I can use. In fact, I'm going to just shoot Joanna here, because when I'm putting an album together, what I want perhaps 10 pictures of Chris, 10 pictures of Joanna on her own, and maybe 20 pictures of the two of them together. So I'm looking at a 40 picture album. That'll be a nice balance to have from a pre-wedding shoot. Okay, so let's get going. So Joanna, would you like to come into here? Thank you. Chris, you're going to be in this shot, but in a sort of out of shot way, if that makes sense, because you're going to have the little connection between you, all right? You're going to be looking at each other. It's going to have the little spark of life in your eyes, because Chris is going to generate that. So Chris, you're going to come over to here for me, just about here, and then you're going to be looking at each other, and I'm going to just be to here. Just bring your hair around, bring it around this way. Is it coming, the wind's coming this way? That's it, there, oh look, lovely. Now I'm going to work on a Canon with a 100mm lens. It's my macro lens. I like this because I can get in close. I can get as close as I want to be without having to change lenses. And it's on a 5D Mark II camera. I'm in manual. I'm working at f4. F4 is safe. 2.8 is beautiful, it's arty, but f4 I'm going to get a much higher percentage of my pictures in focus, and so when I'm working quickly or I'm working with 2 people, I tend to work at f4. And what I do now is half press the shutter, take a little look at the meter. The meter's on the top of the camera here. Okay, and you can see the needle sort of moving around. I'm pointing in the right direction, and it's sort of wafting around here, about 125th at f4 at ISO 400. I don't want to go below 125th, even though this is image stabilized lens, again because I don't want the risk of having camera shake, and there's a bit of subject movement as well, potential. So 125th f4, so I just adjust the ISO to suit. The 400's perfect, so away we go. Great, so Chris, you just two look at each other, ignore me. Yeah, that's nice. Happy, go on. Yeah, that's lovely, beautiful. So just taking a look at the settings on the top plate of the camera, if I half press the shutter, you can see there's a sort of a needle here, and at the moment it's on +2 there. So I'm going to just adjust my shutter speed here until I get that to just about 2/3 of a stop over maybe, so 2/50th perhaps at f4. And let's give that a go first of all. Have a little look. I take a little look at the back of the camera, look at the exposure, it's about okay. I think it's a bit flat. The light's a little flat because we got rid of that top light. The sun's coming and going, so the exposure's going up and down a little bit. Let's just make the picture. Okay, guys, you just take a look at each other. Yeah, lovely. Bit of energy, that's it. Yeah. And Johanna, look at the camera. And hands behind your back, come on, that's it. That's nice, thank you. Yeah, brilliant, okay. All right, so I've got some really nice images to work with. Do you want to have a quick look at these? But you can see there's an energy here. In the pictures, and it's not always having eye contact. It's nice to have Chris in the picture so they're looking at each other, even though he's not in the picture, if that makes sense. So there we go. All right, so we've got a few pictures to work with. Now I'm going to get some nice reflection shots. So if you look in this way, Chris, come around here for me, and if you come to here, so you're looking at each other. Oh, actually, there's that little, oh, I like that. Do you see that little reflection? That's nice. Ignore me, and bring your hand down. Just bring both hands together for me. That's it there. Lovely. Just look to camera. Yeah. Just rest your head on the wall? Yeah, that's nice. Great, thank you very much. Okay, so just using a little surface like that to get a couple of little shots. I went down and shot from below because it pulled in a highlight in the background, which was quite nice in the reflection, and just gives us a slightly different look to the pictures. I'm going to use this advertising board in here. It's quite nice, these chevrons look good. I think it'll be a good shot of Chris here. So Chris, would you like to come over to here? Because we've got this covered area, we're under this covered area, we can just work with natural light, and it's quite a nice way to work. I'm going to use my Fuji X100. As far as cameras are concerned, it doesn't really matter whether you use an SLR or a compact camera. As long as you've got control and you know what you're doing, it's the content that matters. In fact, I know some photographers who would shoot a whole wedding on an iPhone. It doesn't really matter. What matters is the creativity, able to see a scene around you and capture a moment and create that moment occasionally if you want to do that. So this is the camera I'm going to use. It's a Fuji X100. I've always got it set up, okay? What I mean by that is it's got auto ISO, it's on aperture priority. I've got the lens set at f4, so I can just pick it out of the camera bag and shoot. If I see something, take a picture, the camera will adjust the ISO to suit. At f4, I've got the depth of field that I need. It's got a fixed lens, and so I zoom with my feet. So take a look at this. This is where I'm going to shoot now. So Chris, I want you just to come along this way a little bit further, because I'm going to just get this scene here. I want to see this bit here, okay? Just going to get rid of that. Sometimes it's easier to clean the scene than it is to clean a picture in Photoshop. So we're going to do that. That seems all right. Everything's there. So let's do it. Oh, Joanna, you can stay here. That's fine. I'll get you two looking at each other. Because I'm going to put Chris on the right of the frame. I want him looking into the frame. And we've got these chevrons pointing to Chris saying, hey, look at me, I'm cool. All right. So that's the picture. I just come back to here. In fact, I can just zoom. I've zoomed with my feet. I can compose on the back of the camera here. And focus, frame, energy, cool. Yeah, that's it. Got the shot. Simple as that. All right. So all I've got to do now is check it sharp. So I zoom in and hit the button. Scroll across. Scoot on up. Look at that. No blinks. Fantastic. I like this tree. This is a special tree, this. Not many of these around. This is a beech tree, as you can see by these leaves. But these ones here, well, these could be a mountain oak. And you'll see that they're all coming out of the same trunk. And there's two different types of tree in here. So, but anyway, that aside, let's do some shots. I quite like the shape and the vista and the whole feel of this place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot it on a wide lens and try and capture some of the distant parts of the park in a sort of hazy, far away place, and then I'm going to get some of this canopy covering you. So coming over, I think it'll look great. So if I come over to here, to shoot over here, you guys pretty much where you are, I think. Just come together as you would do. Let's have a little look. Ooh, I'm going to just pop this on a wide lens. Yeah, that's good. Let me just set this up. I'm going to shoot this on manual, f2.8. They'll be fine. I'm going to guess that at 250th. See what happens first of all. You'll be fine there. That's all right. Let's have a quick look. Actually, that's not too bad. That's 250th. Let's go on in. Yeah, I can come up a little bit. So I'm going to go open the lens up by a third of a stop. That's it. Right, fine. That's okay. Beautiful. Just look at each other. Oh, I like that. Yeah, love that. Love that. I'm going to shoot this wide as tight as well. Let's do that. Let's pop this lens on. I'm just trying to make sure I haven't got any branches growing through your heads. Yeah. Nikki, just hang off Matt's shoulder for me. Other side. Matt, just turn around towards camera. Yeah, that's nice. Love it. Both of you just, yeah, that's nice actually. Love that. Hold that there. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Both you, but guys, just looking this way. Yeah, to camera. Yeah. Beautiful. That's it. And just looking at each other. And Nikki, just throw your arms over his shoulders. Yeah, pulling towards you. Gorgeous. Yeah. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you very much. Brilliant. We'll just get back. Let's go off down here. By that old house, we can find some nice places to shoot there. Come on in. That's wonderful light. Nikki, I want you to stand against the... In fact, just come away from the wall slightly. So you're just about here, okay? Because when I can get some nice light through behind your shadow, and also the wall is a bit... This yellow is a bit chalky. Yeah, I need to have it repainted really. If you can come, you could lean on here and just looking in this way. That'll look great. That's nice. I like those. Oh, look at that light now. I reckon 5.6. Let's have a little look. I've got a little analog scale on the back of the camera, which tells me where the camera will expose it when I'm working in manual. That's nice. Oh, I love that. Let's drop that down a third of a stop. Whoa, that's it. There's a couple of children having fun. Let's get down here. I want to get these trees in here. There's a little canopy as well. We've got some fantastic trees. I love that. Okay, just get a little bit closer, guys. Just about there. That's nice. That's lovely. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much. I'm going to do a little shot from here. Just looking at each other. Yeah, that's nice there. Oh, I'll get it down. Great. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go and have a look over here. Come over here, come over here. In fact, Matt, I'm going to get you to here. You come and stand here, all right, and then pop over here for me, Nikki. I think your space is here, okay, because I like this scroll work. I'll just get rid of the cobwebs. They'll be gone. Okay, and you just look at your man, okay? All right, so you're just looking at each other. I like that. See, look at the light on here. Absolutely amazing. Just kicking back in there. So we'll put a bit of that in there. Beautiful Victorian scroll work. That's what we've got to work with. So let's do it. Yeah, that's nice. Love that. Yeah, one more. Yeah, gorgeous. Matt, you come in here for me. Nikki, just come into the central position and just come together. And Matt, you're going to come to here like this, yeah? Okay, and just, you're going to protect your girl. Okay, yeah, Matt, bring your hand down to there. So that just, yeah, that's good. In fact, come across this way a little bit, both of you. Just bring this hand to here, Matt, just down to the bottom there. To there, that's nice, and I can see that's nicely framed in there. Great, wonderful, thank you. Beautiful. Working a shallow depth of field, 2.8, just so that I can get that background out of focus. The light's changing all the time. I'm working in manual. Just look at each other. Yeah. Yeah, love it. I'll just set the shutter speed down now. Let's come back a little bit wider. Yeah. Both of you, just look, I want you just looking up over to this way. That's it. Can you see that? That's excellent. Yeah. Happy, happy, come on. That's it. Just look at each other. Yeah. Go on, have a hug. Beautiful. Beautiful. Excellent, thank you. I'm going to come in close. Come in for the close-up. I like that. I love the way you put your hand and stuff around there. So we've done it before. Let's do it again. So just ignore me. We haven't got a film crew here. But that's it, yeah. Just pull him into you. There, beautiful. Yeah. It's like you're happier, Nikki. Yeah. Yeah. Love, love, love. Yeah. Just give him a kiss. Yeah. Let's come in a bit closer. Go on. Just get a bit closer. That's it. Just and relax. That's it. Lovely. Beautiful. Great. Thank you. Wonderful. Let's move on. I'll just get my bag. So, I'm going to do a few pictures here. What I'll do, if I can just ask you just to come over to here for a moment, because I've got a little bit of explaining. Come on, a little bit of explaining to do. Okay, I'm going to work in this zone here. We've got one light source there, which you can just see up there, and that's the sort of big area. There's no sky in that light source, but it's equivalent of a big sort of softbox. And then we've got another one just up here, and that's a much brighter zone because it's got a lot more sky in it. Of course, these apertures here are just holes that the light comes through. Now, as you look at my face, you can see that I'm lit from this side predominantly. There's also light from here, and a sort of dark band down the middle. We call that badger lighting. Even though badgers actually have a light band, it's still actually just called badger lighting. Now, whenever you get that environment, you know that you're 20 degrees or so away from great light, either there or from that way. Because you've got a nice sort of backlight on me here and a nice key light. So we're going to use this light, but I'm going to use that wall there behind you, because have a look at this. When we come to here, we've got the light that can come through from there, so we can shoot this way, or we can shoot this way here. Now, if I choose to work this way, it's about a stop, maybe 1 2/3 perhaps stops, lower light coming this way, but the backlight will be stronger, like a kicker. So quite hard light, but quite nice. My background, I want to have that car park entrance there is fine. I'll just put it out of focus behind, and it'll be a few highlights, etc. So I need to work at quite a wide aperture, perhaps f4, something like that on this 100mm lens. So let's make some pictures. So Chris, can I get you to come into here for me? Okay, so lean back into that wall there. Johanna, can I reverse into Chris here? Just come around the other way. Chris, just give her a bit of space. There, that's it, nice. Like that, okay. Now I'm going to shoot from here, looking this way. I've got signage and things, so I've got to be tall, really. And also the ground is sloping away. So normally I shoot from below the eye line, but for this picture, because of the way that the background is and things, I'm going to shoot from a bit higher. Now, something else to bear in mind is when you've got two people, if you reverse one into the other, you get a really nice independence within the couple picture. And it's great for a photograph for maybe Gran, or in a nice little desk frame on a piano or something. There's less intimacy, but there's a really strong sense of togetherness still. So let's shoot it. So the first thing I've got to do is get my exposure. I'm working in manual. Okay, I'll have a little look at this. I'm using the needle in the camera here. An 800 ISO 60th f4 seems about right. That's the exposure that I tend to work at a lot in my life, and if you follow track to my career, you'll notice that the majority of my pictures are f4, 800 ISO at a 60th. Just one of those things. That's where I tend to be. It'll be on my tombstone, I'm sure. Right, let's have a little look here. That's nice. Straight away, I got a really lovely picture. There's a nice energy there. Just sometimes when you're working with a couple or working with someone, just having a lighter, happier attitude reflects in the people you're photographing. If you're stressed and worried and not up together with the technical elements of your shooting, then that negativity will come through in the pictures. So the first thing to do, if you want to create a good rapport, is be fun and be light yourself. That will reflect nicely. So let's do it. Okay. Yeah, great. That's lovely. Okay, I'm going to do a little vertical picture. That's quite nice. Yeah, you're cheating now, you two. You're looking at each other, that's right. When moments happen, just pick them up and just capture things as they happen. Let's take a quick look at these pictures. Just relax for a moment. This last shot here, I just went in and just picked up that little close-up. With a macro lens, you can get in close. When I used to have the 70 to 200 lens with the Canon, it wouldn't allow me to get that close. So I do find that the macro is really, really useful. And these are the pictures that I'd shot before. So not such a good one here of Chris, but great one of Johanna. But that's a really nice shot. And I just got to try and get a nice frame, nice moment of both of them. That's the one. See this angle here, the line in here, diagonal in the eyes there, diagonal in the eyes there. Really straightforward picture. And that one there, that's a nice shot. I'm just going to shoot a couple more to give me some options. Okay. All right. Lean back in together. Lovely. Great. Happy, happy? Yeah, and it's important actually to, when you've got your focus, to look from the side of the camera to connect. Okay, it's that visual connection when you're shooting as a photographer. You don't want to be behind the camera the whole time. So I've got my focus, the camera's in the right position. All I've got to do is just get some energy. Yeah, that's nice, love it. Brilliant. Okay, and sometimes keeping that connection is really, really important in your work. So I've got the pictures I need here. I'm going to show you some shots from the other side. Let's have a little look. So we're going to shoot this way, but this time I want you to turn in to face Chris. Put your hands up above, round the back of Chris's neck. And Chris, I want you to bring your arms in behind there. That's nice. Yeah, I just got this visual design and echo here, which is quite nice. And what I've also got is that Chris and Johanna's eyes are in exactly the same distance from the camera. I'm working at 90 degrees to them. So I can work at f4 on the camera and get clarity and sharpness for every element of the picture. Okay, so I'm going to just come back to here. I'm going to shoot from here. That's it, great. Lovely, beautiful. Yeah. Oh, actually, check my exposure, because this is at least a stop and 2/3 too bright, really, as you can see here. So the first frame I take in any situation, I need to just stop and check. There's no point taking half a dozen pictures and finding they're all too overexposed. So I just need to change that. I'm going to take it 4 clicks up. So 125th, that's 3 clicks, and take the ISO down to 640. 4 clicks, easy. Okay, let's do it. And Johanna, I want you to actually lean back a little bit and just look at each other, you two. Just concentrate on each other. That's nice. That's lovely. Actually, I'll come back to here. Yeah. And both looking this way. Yeah, and just bring your heads together. Yeah, that's nice. And now just come in a little bit closer, just looking at each other, and just close your eyes. I'm just going to come in for a few little close-ups. Now, I've got this macro lens, so I can just get in tight. That's lovely, lovely. Just go just as if to kiss. Yeah, that's quite nice. Beautiful. Head up a little bit more. Yeah. And Chris, I want you looking to me. That's nice. And Joanna, I want you just drop your head, chin down, just rest into there like that. Okay, that's beautiful. It's a nice strong look to camera, Chris. That's good. And Johanna, I just want you to soften these hands on this side to there. That's nice, lovely, beautiful. Yeah, that's it, great. Just drop your chin down a little bit, Chris. That's it there. Yeah. Just enjoy it, just a little bit of warmth there. Beautiful. Yeah, okay, that's it. Wonderful. Take a look at these. So I've engineered the pictures. We've got a little bit of a pink thumb, finger, was that finger, thumb? I don't know, thumb going in here. But that's fine. You know, these are quite natural, but I've sort of engineered the sort of overall look. I quite like this shot. There's quite a strength there. And that's beautiful, that little one there. Loving the shapes here. And with the macro lens, of course, I can get right in close. And this is much closer than I can get in with the Canon 70 to 200, which is the lens I had before I had this lens. And this one has just replaced that lens completely now, because it gives me that intimacy. I can get in close. I can get something really, really special. I'm happy with these pictures. They're lovely. Thank you very much. Okay, come on in. I'm going to do a little shot under the trees here. I tend to work under trees when you're on overcast light, because it gets rid of that top light. And I tend to work in, really to start the exposure, I'd probably be at 800 ISO, 60th at f4, just because it sort of works around that. And then I can sort of take it from there and take a sort of test frame. So let's dial that in straight away. What I'm going to do, Chris, you're sort of standing by, mate, so just stay in there out of trouble, you'll be fine there. Johanna, you come through here. Let's think. What I want you to do is part this with a hand on here, and just part that and then part that. And then you're going to be through here, like this. Okay? Man of the trees. And it's like, Okay, all right, nice bit of energy and stuff. That'd be great. We're in a sort of car park in a zone here, and there's a street and there's staff and there's someone on a mobile phone just over there. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to work nearly wide open on the lens, on a tight lens. I'm going to push the exposure right up there, so it's screaming at me. And all the background, I'll just be blown out. It's going to look like a sunny day, and it's great. It's about to rain perhaps, but we don't mind that. Lovely, gorgeous. Okay, so first frame is a test frame. Take a look at this. That's not a bad shot actually. Straight away, I think the exposure's good there. I might take it up a little bit. So I'm going to go from f4 to f3.5. So let's do that straight away because I want to make this really, really work well. Okay, and let's just do it. Straight to camera. Yeah. Okay, and just go back through. So I'm shooting through the leaves a little bit. Push the leaves further away from you because it might attach to your hair if you're not careful. That's nice. Great, thank you. Lovely. Actually, I wanted to get that last shot when we were looking down. Let's try that because I just missed that frame. Just looking down to there, like that. I'll come into here. That's nice. Oh, beautiful. Just wave. Yeah. Lovely. Take a look at that. I just saw the picture happen naturally, but I didn't press the button for some reason, so I've recreated it. But I think that's a beautiful little frame there with the leaves, out of focus background. It's just a nice, thoughtful image. It just works really well. And there's a few of the other frames that I took. Yeah, that one there, that's nice. I've got a few little moments here, and expect to take a few. When you've got a bit of energy in the picture, expect to take a few and just evolve the shot. Crop in a bit tighter, just move the shot around. Just keep refocusing as you go, and you'll find you get something really, really good. Excellent. Okay, when I'm coming in a city environment like this, these are the sort of places I'm looking for. It's grungy, there's a drain pipe here, it's sort of quite gritty, bit of shiny surface on the door, but things like this, places like this provide a good contrast to wedding locations, because if your wedding location is green and got nice gardens, a big country house perhaps, then you don't really want to be doing a pre-wedding shoot in a similar type of environment, in a parklands and green area, because in a way there's not enough contrast of what you're going to do, so you might end up shooting the same type of pictures in the same locations. Whereas if I come to a city centre location, then the pictures I'm going to get are very different to the wedding pictures, and so there's more incentive, of course, for our clients to buy the pictures, but it provides a really nice balance and a wider range of images for them to choose from. So let's get you in here, Chris. I'm going to bring you into this side, so just put a little bit of diagonal into your body here, okay? And then, Johanna, what we're going to do with you, let's get you into here as well, but I'm going to get you in this side here, and then just put a little hand into there, just put a little bit of distance, yeah? So this is sort of, I'll try and create that little bit of a dynamic. Let's make it happen, let's do it. Camera, X100 is fine. It's a 12 million pixel camera, super quality, fixed lens. I've been working at this at f4. It's great for this type of work because you've got the 35mm perspective, so it's superb. Just now I want you to just look at each other. Yeah, that's it. Just be a little softer with your expressions. It's a little bit like, I'm going to just come back a little bit actually because I want to get that drain pipe into the frame. That's nice there. Love it. That's nice. Love that. Love that. That's good. And I'm going to come in a little bit. Joanna, just reverse in to Chris here. Just into there. Chris, get a bit taller. Yeah, that's right. And Joanna, just slink down a little bit. Yeah, because you've got these long killer heels on. I could still quite like to keep that diagonal into here. That's nice. Yeah, love that. Just bring that shoulder forward as you do. And now just rest your head back a little bit to there. There. That's good. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, and just being interested into each other. That's it. That's great. I'm going to just check a little frame from above. Ignore me. Yeah, just chat amongst yourself. That's it. Yeah, lovely. That's good. Yeah. And then just a little shot from below. Yeah, that's nice. And Chris, what are you looking out the top, out that way there? And Joanna, just into the snug into there. That's nice there. Well, I've got to be careful. This shot looks like you're looking at another woman, so we won't have that. I just want to get a little. I like the low angle. Let's both of you just looking down to the camera. Down to camera. Yeah. That's good. Love that. Great. Okay, so I've got a little sequence here. So just a little shot from below. There's a couple of those there. And a shot from above. Quite like that little look. The dynamic's different. And there's a shot from the square on. And then there's the sort of wide there, which I quite like. I'm going to shoot the wide actually with a reversed round, because that position that you were in just now is much stronger, I think, than the first. So let's give that a go as well. So we've got an alternative. So just reverse into there, love that. And now bring your arms across, keep Joanna warm, but without strangling her. That's nice. Actually, that's quite a nice, oh, that's good. And Chris, just look to camera. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, and just drop your chin down a little bit, Chris, and straight into camera. And Johanna, just roll your head back a little bit and just close your eyes. Yeah, lovely. Beautiful. That's nice. That's a strong, confident look from Chris. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to shoot a wide. Just hold that there because that looks great. So I'm just going to come back to here. That's it. Now it looks, from here, it looks like you're strangling Johanna. So bring your hands lower, just down onto her side of her legs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Great. That's good. That's it. Yeah. Have a little bit of fun. Yeah. Beautiful. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on.